Rising Synchronized Souls, and welcome to your first Pick a Pile card with Ashante Frey. Today we're going to be pulling in honor of the new moon in Aries to really honor the beginning of the astrology year. So although we're going to be talking about manifestations, all of those beautiful seeds that you are all planting, we're also going to be talking about what it is that we should be releasing. So we're going to be pulling from two different oracle decks here today. The first deck is the Power of Surrender. And the second deck is Money and the Law of Attraction. So I will be showing y'all your crystals and your piles to pick from. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and then pile number 3. So we're going to start off with pile number 1. So pile number 1, card number 1 with the Power of Surrender is surrender your belief in scarcity. Surrender your belief in scarcity. And it says, the universe is asking you to be open to the infinite natures of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So just to repeat, the universe is asking you to open to the infinite natures of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. We are shifting, acknowledging that we are moving from last year into the new astrology year with the Aries seasons, really acknowledging that we are starting again. There is this feeling of inner purging, of deep transformation, and a lot of that transformation is internal. We have been doing the work all throughout that winter season, right? Really taking the time to figure out, what should I be letting go of? What should I be releasing? And your guides are telling you all today that what they want you to focus on is, how can we let go of that scarcity mindset? Are there still times and places where you still believe that you do not have enough? Do you still fundamentally believe that you are taking from somebody else if you get more? How can we start undoing and unlearning, unbecoming these projections, these limitations, these self-sabotaging ways and beliefs and mindsets that are no longer us? The second card to pair with that from Money and Law of Attraction is appreciation and love are identical vibrations. Appreciation and love are identical vibrations. And again, this is still for pile 1. So it says appreciation and love are identical vibrations. Appreciation is the vibration of alignment with who you are. Appreciation is the absence of everything that feels bad and the presence of everything that feels good. When you focus upon what you want, again, what you want, not what you don't want. When you tell your story of how you want your life to be, you become closer and closer to the vicinity of appreciation. And when you reach it, it will put you towards all of the things you consider to be good in a very powerful way. Again, making that switch right now, recognizing that if we do want to start shifting from a scarcity mindset into an abundant mindset, how can we start focusing on what we do want? How can we start sharing that appreciation and that gratitude now, so that we can bring those manifestations and those intentions closer to this reality, this timeline, simply because you are sitting in that energy of being. You are embodying the energy of that thing that you are already calling in. Really good reminders there for pile 1. Pile number 2. Our first card in terms of the Power of Surrender, we have surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. And it says, take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty of ecstasy there. So just to repeat, take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. Again, really shifting into this space of acknowledging that for y'all, pile two, you are being called to rest. right? With all of the work that you've been doing right now, even though we're still getting that call for action with that inspired movement, with that fire energy, your guides right now are asking you to be in your body, right? To embody those feelings and allow those feelings to then move you. And beauty is feelings, right? Reminding yourself that if you are somebody who gets moved by beauty, if you are somebody who likes to be in things or around things that are beautiful, recognizing that you are then surrendering to that joy, that ecstasy, that love, that excitement that is already in fruition into your life. So again, how do we place more emphasis on that? They're telling you right now, go outside, right? How can we spend more time outside so that we can then feel good and be in that natural world and thus attract more things that feel good because we're already embodying those feelings. The card to pair with it, funny enough, is also green. And the card is, we are each responsible for the thoughts we think. We are each responsible for the thoughts we think. Very interesting, simply because our guides are asking you to slow down, but in asking you to slow down, they're still saying, please be very mindful, pile 2. Please be very mindful about the thoughts that you think. Even when we are not physically taking action, when we are in that space of embodying and being, we are still part of that manifestation process. So how can we honor this process right now of really taking the time to hold ourselves accountable for our thoughts, for our actions, for our behaviors, not because we are them, but simply because we are responsible for those triggers, those thoughts, those feelings that are occurring. So the card says, when you are in alignment with who you really are, with who you really are, not who you think you should be, not who other people are telling you you're supposed to be, but who you really are, you cannot help but uplift those with whom you come in contact with. Your value to those around you hinges upon one thing, your personal alignment with Source. And the only thing you have to give another is the example of that alignment, which others may observe, then desire, and then work to achieve. You cannot give it to them. Everyone is responsible for the thoughts they think and the things they choose as their objects of attention. And when that came through, the instant download is, again, you are not responsible. As you are taking the time to rest and be in your body, that does not mean that we then fill up more time, more energy, and putting ourselves back into that space of autopilot, putting ourselves back into that space of being overwhelmed, back into that space of needing to rest, simply because now we have that clarity. So they're saying, great, you have that clarity. That's awesome. But now that you have that clarity, we're still responsible for the things that we think moving forward, which means how can we ensure that those thoughts and those feelings are in alignment with who you really are? I also think it's very important for you all to remember that it's not your responsibility to do that for other people. Even me being a healer, a shadow worker, and a light worker, I'm very honest in saying that I choose to live my life in alignment. I choose to embody my values as a business, but also as a soul, as a person, as a human. And in doing that, I can inspire, motivate, support, uplift other souls to do the same thing in their own vicinities, in their own life. It does not mean that they are becoming a replica of Ashante. It means that they are taking their own dreams and desires and manifestations and finding the way to allow their thoughts, action, behaviors, mindsets, right? Energy, all of those beautiful things. How can we ensure that that is synchronized with who you say that you are so that you can continue to be in personal alignment with your soul and with your soul's contract and with your soul's purpose? Love that one. And then of course, pile 3, we are starting off with that power of surrender card for you. And the card that came up is surrender to the wisdom of your body. Right? Surrender to the wisdom of your body. So to listen, right? Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained, uncomfortable, be cautious. And if you are energized and happy, move forward. So pile 3, your guides are reminding you right now that at this point in time, it is very important for you to tune in. right? There was actually a notification that popped up today on my phone, and it said the call is coming from inside the house. And I laughed. Being a Scorpio, I was like, yes, definitely feeling those scream, thriller, horror vibes, but also recognizing that that call coming from inside that house is your body, right? The signals coming from inside the house is your body, are your feelings, are your emotions, are your parts of you, bits of you trying to get your attention so that you can do or not do something. So your guides are reminding you right now that your body is the wisdom to signal you whether or not you should still remain in that particular time and space. So pile 3, if you are wondering right now if you should let go of a particular situation or soul, if you are wondering if you should start removing yourself from certain conversations, right? From certain topics, from certain people, this is your confirmation to do so. Your body is already telling you that you are uncomfortable when you feel drained. Your body is already telling you that this is not for you when you feel exhausted after hanging out or being in these spaces. We're looking for full body yeses, right? Full embodied vibrational fuck yes. And that if that's not what you're feeling, if that's not what you're getting, if you're not energized, if you're not motivated, inspired, if you don't feel supported, if the souls or situations around you are not adding value to your life, if it does not synchronize with your soul, if it does not fucking resonate it, we are letting it go. We are letting it go. This is no longer the time for us to ignore the intuitive calls and the feelings and the nudges that your body and your emotions and your unhealed parts of you are trying to tell you. Leave, walk away, move on, let it go, right? It's time to let go. It's time to let go. Which then brings us to our second card for pile 3, right? So second card for pile 3 in that money and law of attraction is, I am the creator of my own life experiences. So just going to repeat that. I am the creator of my own life experiences. You are the creator of your own life experience. You are creating your reality. Your perception creates your reality. Your intention does not matter. Your intention matters for you. It matters for the universe. It matters for karma. But in terms of when you are out in the world, your impact is what matters. We are in a space of embodying our intentions, right? We are in a space of actually taking the time to be and say and do the things that we say that we are, so that we are actually creating that perception in our physical reality, in addition to that internal reality that we are already living in. So it says, again, you are the creator of your own life experience and the creator of your own experience. And it is important to understand that it is not by virtue of your action, not by virtue of your doing. It is by the virtue of what you say you are saying, of that you say you are creating. You are creating by virtue of the thought that you are offering, right? Your thoughts are constant prayers to the universe. Remember that. You cannot speak or offer action without thought vibration occurring. So repeat that. You cannot speak or offer action without a thought vibration occurring. And at this time, however, you are offering thought vibration without offering the words or the actions. Children or babies learn to mimic the vibrations of the adults who surround them. But long before them, they also learn to mimic their words. So again, your guides right now, pile 3, are trying to remind you, to nudge you into that reminder that it does not matter how much action or how much words, right? How much action or how much things that you say that you're going to do, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. What matters is your thought vibration being in alignment with your words and your action. And the reason why is your thoughts are always going to take up more energy, more density, because we think more thoughts, right, than we do taking that action or speaking out loud. And in recognizing that if your mindset and your belief is not in alignment, it does not matter how much you act. It does not matter how much you say. It does not matter unless you are holding that thought vibration as well and ensuring that that is also in synchronization with your being and with your doing. As always, I say, take what you need and leave the rest. Since this was our first pick a pile pull card, please do let us know in the comments below. How did you feel? Do you want to see more of this moving forward? What kinds of decks or topics or information would you like to see in a pick a pile moving forward? As always, I say, thank y'all for your time, your energy, your dedication. It does not go unnoticed. I am so fucking proud of you for choosing to integrate your shadow in light, for choosing to shift and embody your values in real time. And as always, I wish you nothing but the best. Nothing but love, friends. Have a great